Credit score system thing is irritating me because I have been in and out of the country. I've also worked in financial institutions in Ghana. And so this whole conversation going on is quite irritating for somebody like me who has seen a lot of young people. Look, there was one time I was in the bank. This young guy walked in. You can obviously tell he's doing a legitimate business that is doing well per all his documentation. We need a collateral because when we go into the credit scoring system that is in Ghana by Dun and Bradstreet and all the other credit scoring system, you cannot see enough information for you to tell whether this person is credit worthy. And so there are young people who have started businesses and they cannot expand because we want you to bring card documents. Just recently, I introduced somebody who is a millionaire in Ghana, who at this point is waiting for some of his buyers from Germany to come and buy his produce. But at the same time, he needs to protect his produce in Ghana. And so he needs financing. And the bank is saying, bring all your tracks, the card documents. And this is somebody who has forgotten some of his card documents with even some of the buyers. Now this person is stranded. With a proper credit scoring system, this man would have simply gotten credit. Why is this so difficult for people to understand? And then you have people like Efia come to misinform people. It's an issue of financial literacy. Do you know how many companies are failing to come and invest in Africa because they know that the people in Africa cannot afford their services and products? So if we have a credit system, you can afford certain things. As a young person, for instance, you are done with school, you want to start a company. You're 21 years old, you're 21 year old, you need to buy a machine that costs $900 to be able to start your pure water factory business. And now you're thinking you have to work for 3 years, 4 years in order for you to get that money. But with a proper credit scoring system, we know that your credit score is, say, 600. You are credit worthy. So we can give you that machine and you pay that machine in bits. How is this so difficult? You don't need to be an MPP to support this. You need to be somebody who supports the betterment of the country. Support the idea. You don't need to support Bawumia. You need to support the idea and say that, well, even if we don't like Bawumia, we want you, Mahama, or you, Cheddar, to do it. But we have people fighting against credit scoring system. And you're listening to people like Efia who probably doesn't even understand anything about finance. You want salaries to get better. But also we need to have a competitive environment. Young people need to be able to expand their businesses. And when they expand, more employment is created. When more income comes to the people, more revenue goes back to the government. And that's how government is able to have more money in terms of income and build better roads and do all sort of things. Then she goes ahead to say that there are doctors in the US who are getting paid $100,000. Bro, do you know how much medical bills cost in the US? Spend 2 nights, just 2 nights in emergency ward. 2 nights. You're coming back home with a bill of $31,000. And you say, Obi say, me say, you come back home with $30,000 bill. And that is how the hospital is able to afford those kind of salaries. It doesn't mean that also the salaries that doctors are getting in Ghana is also good. That's not what it means. But it also means that it's a work in progress. So you cannot compare oranges to mangoes. For me, I'm very passionate about this topic because of what I saw in Ghana and what I see in the US. Day in, day out, I'm speaking to 20-year-olds and 21-year-olds who are buying trucks in the US through credit. And so within 1 year, he's able to buy a whole building and go into real estate through credit. And we have people in Ghana saying it's not good. Oh my goodness. And the fact that you're giving credit doesn't mean you go broke. That is where financial literacy comes in.
What I said, parliamentary candidate no was some career secretary or no parliament secretary ni fie.
Me patrone. Parliamentary candidate no any dan ewo constituency ho.
Hwe.
And no secretary no ni nua I say like wafa ne say ni nua mu nyina ni bo mu. Wafa ne say ni nua nti wa bade ya me ha de mo one room bi ka ha.
Utumi da.
Aba betrem na eja. Odi aye o party juma.
Ye.
Nti no ma na waba na waba yi aye party juma na okọ nti ni mu no. Na policy say on ne ye no e se no. Nti abrante no so nya I charge no no so dey bi. Me pese me ankasa me di meni here me di meni hu no. Nti no me set camera. And I set a camera at the two of them. Anytime we ask the person, now while recording, I record. Who say this time of video recording? Who are you connecting my phone? And whatever action you are supposed to be another near them. And
secretary, who said, "You wouldn't hear out of Pajan, Emma, to me show on the phone." So, and
Bama no comforting, you know. Say anything before the video they are getting so bad and
recording how many times? What recording is our video how many times?
On several occasions, the video evidence that we have could tell on several occasions in about the Mawa and Yakono meet me so and farm outside because
send me and send John in Tinkayedin evidence sake because the person can disprove who bet me they send them and my who say I'm papa. Oh, let me take. And to what was one?
Our idea by Musana, Obana's son, Yamana Bemano, a PC, a berente, dying a man, a caswa. I'm an old castle. Obana had I will bear 1 week in. And you know,
organizer, crowd, Uncle Ukraine. And to what I said, parliamentary candidate, one real secretary, Yamno.
One Yamno. Hey, 1 hour. 1 week I know about the warrior, Caswa.
Sure.
I will say, Bema would not phone, so I accept that person. You'll buy video and your friends a video call you. Now the details as well, all the buy you.
Where you bear man, no,
I am a part of the Yakono and your face.
Maybe not medium size.
Oh, I wonder what yes.
Sir, Namu do a more do an ass, lemon, nibi.
Oh, I wonder what sizable cacra. Oh, we are branching out. On certain in packets, yes, as we do. Cacra.
Oh, and to know what your videos are not to change the mamino.
No, this is no ban. No ban is straight. No, so straight.
No, the Niaji, who know the Niaji.
Oh, by the Niaji, Beman Niaji. Near what you say. Who are secretary no squad, secretary no channel and so what they are saying. Secretary no be able to Janabra, no to say, I did done a selling idea.
No, the organizer. Now, but tell me, no organizer, we are there who's a secretary. I do what we are.
Secretary, who's your secretary? I am not a guy who.
Put the cocomotin and I said,
you're the cocomotin, start telling your name. So I told the Lord secretary, so the secretary took Cranama, then will be Ukrainian, will be on so lady and any new rule to me, to me, you do the same sir.
Nana, organizer, Nabutel, mammy, may back on come away, I didn't back. Oh, and the video now 1 hour they send me. No, I did or Bano. Oh, Bano, then about none of you. What did you? Or did you want any video? What did you say? Or did you say, or did you say, yeah, hey, sir. 80 seconds, Meminis by
Nana ya brafo and I ordered to one.
80 seconds to a how many years in fear bears any?
Oh, secretary, why are you on any a wedded wife?
Wedded wife, if fear bears any
wedded wife, yes, your wife and a wedded wife. Secretary, you're full of me.
Oh, what must you do? Can you say, and some committee? What hour to Ghana? Hey, and also,
or to Ghana, hey,
na secretary
no so e wo pusu wa mu na nete one na ye nete
ono ya Ghana ni wo
ono ya Ghana ni
wo mo amasan
oh wo ni ba
na so mo wale
yenche
na wa check your secretary bia na de so kwa ba enye enu kura de organizer ena ya den enti mo fra asem no ne kosi sen
and your friends, some now you won't some no. And I talk about the say, a branch, no, you're the Kujina, your friends, a cotton fan, and you're the If you try to say that you cannot advise even for say that they did your nomination. Now in Minimiano, ya Obi Obefa Libiano, Pala, and Yakotua Banan, you'll be winning. You are presenting on it now for elections. No, now the money that are near there. You are
now with your Bible, my catch penny for Accra and crime for
your boy, you declare you penny for money and son you to start the morning.
Momo catch them say parliamentary candidate said you to no.
You say you both penny for money, no. The videos, any evidence, a couple in idea at the man penny for the pen for the baby. Why
not catch them?
Totally uncalled for.
Why not more?
You can say a boy penny for money, your boy a party penny for money.
General Secretary, Chairman, and now why?
Your boy General Secretary.
Hey, our video enemy. And what's there be ready and yes, papa?
Or she will be news about papa. NDC Amayuku na no Sasuba we don't tolerate some of these things in NDC Amayuku. They anticipate Yanum for Yanum for the end there. Sign the end there. Found me at the found elections because he is my papa and the election.
Ewa Homaso Emmanuel Adoni Ewa Homaso Onoye Communication Officer Asin Central Imama Chana pay.
Yeah, you near me ever.
Na Imaboko there.
Oh, Yamia, Pari, put them in here. Omani say you, Nana.
Sir, my parliamentary candidate no no their family full na candidates na yes so where I know warrior yere.
Oh, Yanokre.
Ah.
Yanokre.
Parliamentary candidate Akofa secretary yere. Ah, more video evidence here. What warrior so and was handed when they say, dear Bufu Grand said, Yan was saying you the Beme at the Dantemu no watch change obey. Oh,
Nana,
yea.
Now I want to watch out away not to think. Who's say best man okay?
Auntie Monsieur of evidence, the brother me.
Ah, more no let me trust you. Another Najo, Fuji. And I yan here, Rich FM. Yeah, regional chairman, the radio, I will be waha. Near say, ye on our suspend a parliamentary candidate. No, as constituency executive. At least, I think you the echo. Me no can say constituency. You nimbo say they did this. Then Akoa so I say why Bonidi and Akoa region. Council of Elders. Enya way. Inti for now, the mechanic say, Mude Munya Butre. Start them up in the unity.
Ah,
na yedi kind. Enyan Siedi from Anewu. Parliamentary candidate for MPP. On the 22nd June. I'm not launching the campaign. Okay, I want them say, NDC, you better say your candidates no, needing the powerful frama. If your mamma grandma can want them to no, you see a pass why you're paying for. But you don't say no information. But Namakano, it's early days yet. At the right time, no name of the baby, but until people.
Communication either. And in the Miana, semi by a waffle a parliamentary candidate, Bissan say. Wakwa yes it will be san so my friend Nabute or my friend in Pennyfo at the video be actually say secretary or secretary why win a oh I'm on an onion crowd.
Nana, Jimmy. Fortunately for me, parliamentary candidates no meaning were the same area. Obano in question also meaning were the same area. If you see Akoa Niho, about 100 meters. If you see a parliamentary candidate, there are 50 meters.